this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I made this coaching business $50,000 in just 30 days with a 3K ad spend. So this is a fitness offer for people who are trying to lose weight. And as you can see over here, they hit $50,000. And on the right hand side, you can see all the screenshots of the calls that was coming in from paid ads. And before this, he was just doing anywhere between 50 and 20K a month, only relying on organic, and it was slowly dying out. So if you're in a position where you're relying on organic to make money, or you're not scaling, then you need to watch this video all the way to the end, because I promise to break down exactly the paid funnel we used, how we tested creatives and found our winning angles for low cost per lead, how we were able to ramp up to 5 calls a day via paid ads, what we did to fix every single time lead quality went down or lead cost rose, and how you can literally just copy and paste the system to scale past 50K a month. So let me explain what the big problem is. So everyone is just copying each other when it comes to ads and funnels, and no one is scaling. Like, even when I initially wanted to work with this coach, it was like, hey, these people are doing really well. What can we do to copy these people? Let's not reinvent the wheel. But realistically speaking, you pretty much have to build out a testing process to figure out what funnel is going to work for you. And that's exactly the first step of this video. I want you guys to understand. So this is the funnel that we ran to test, and this took us from 15K to 50K a month. It's a very simple funnel. You run a very simple IG paid ad, and you probably would have seen this before. You have a DM CTA, which is pretty much like, DM me XYZ. DM seller starts the conversations. They're booking a call via the phone. You send them sales assets and video reminders. You have a sales conversation over the phone, and you close clients. So this is probably what you guys are used to, okay? And this still made us a lot of money. But the best funnel to run if you were trying to scale cold traffic, ideally, is something that has multiple different touch points. Let me explain what this actually means. The problem with this funnel is you're constrained to one single touch point, and that one single touch point is a touch point that a lot of people are using at the same time. However, the best strategy to run, and this is the strategy that takes us from like having a decent ROAS to having a consistent ROAS every single month, because you want to be able to have consistent money coming in every single month by building out the system. You run ads to a Facebook lead form. So this is a form where you collect their name, phone number, email. And then once you get that information, you have 3 different touch points. You have 3 ways to annoy people, 3 ways to literally make sure that they get on the phone with you. The first way is you send them like an automatic email. Basically, once they've opted in, once they've given you their information, and then you put them through a 7 to 10 day like welcome sequence or whatever, and you send them a bunch of emails. There's a specific way you have to craft these emails, because you'd be surprised people will actually read that shit, okay? I get people reading my emails. By the way, I have an email list where I break down exactly the funnels that I use to pretty much scale to 100K a month. It's down below. It's completely free. You can check that out. But I actually read this shit, and people actually do. And then in the second spot, you have automated SMS that goes out. So every single person that comes into your funnel, you get an actual message that goes out to them. It's crafted in a specific way. And when you get a fucking annoying text on your phone, you're gonna see the text. You're not gonna ignore it. It's not like an IG DM where you can see it and just like scroll past it or leave it unseen. Like, you're gonna see the message. You're just gonna choose to ignore it or not, and you choose to ignore it whether based on how good the message is. Okay, so from there, appointment setter comes into the people that actually reply, and then you start a conversation from there, and then you book call. You build up a list of phone numbers of people that are actually even interested in your shit in the first place. And then the third touch point, which is the killer, you have a dollar come in and then try to reach them through the phone. So you're gonna have someone in there calling every single person that comes in and tries to basically set them on an appointment. And if they don't pick up, you send them a voice note, and then the phone setter pretty much gets them on the phone and it's like, hey, what made you interested? Blah 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 blah, yap, whatever, and then boom, sets them on an appointment. And this is exactly how you get multiple book calls, and this is how you make your stuff consistent, because you have 3 different ways to get calls. When you're relying on a DM funnel, it's cool, but you only have 1 different mechanism, and it's not necessarily going to scale past a couple months. I'm pretty sure if you guys have actually run ads before, you probably run ads and then 1 to 2 months they just slow down. And obviously, I don't know if that's what you want. If you want to do that, hey, go do that shit. I'm not condoning it, but if you actually want to build something that sustainably keeps growing and you keep getting income, you need to build something that has multiple different touch points, because you have multiple different ways to annoy people to get them on a call. So that's the exact funnel that we're using. This is one we're transitioning into, but this is exactly what took us to 50K a month. And I'm going to explain like the whole process of each different step, like the actual ad, the DM process, the conversation, the phone setting process, etc., and obviously how we close them. So keep watching. I'm going to break them all down for you. So this is the creative strategy stuff. So this is how we came up with the ads. So obviously we ran a bunch of different ads. I think we tested over 25-ish different ads itself, and we created an entire creative SOP that allows us to come up with ideas that we can target. So when you're first initially running the ads, when you want to kind of start from complete scratch, maybe you've never run the ads before, you want to come up with a couple hypotheses. What that actually means is you want to come up with ideas of people that are going to want to buy your stuff from cold ads, because the types of people that might buy your stuff from organic might be a little bit different from the types of people that might buy your stuff from ads. So let me give you an example over here. So we came up with three. I don't know why it says four. I'm just stupid, but it came up with three ideas of people that we can target. People, busy office workers. By the way, this is a coaching offer for women, so he's targeting women. The same concept works for guys as well too, because we're all the same human beings. So busy office workers, stay-at-home women who want to be in shape, or women who want to go to gym regularly. So you can come up with a bunch of different ideas. You can even use ChatGPT to kind of give you some more, but you want to kind of figure out, okay, who is most likely going to pay me for my service through cold traffic? And you might not necessarily know who that actually is. I didn't know, because I was like, okay, let's just figure this out. So that's why their hypothesis, you want to test them out and kind of see which one hits. So based on these ideas, you need to come up with ad angles that will attract those ICPs and see which one gives you the best ones. So basically what we did is we created a bunch of different ads for each ICP. So a bunch of different ads for people who work at jobs and obviously a busy woman. A bunch of different ads for people who stay at home and they obviously want to be in shape. A bunch of different ads for people who go to gym regularly and maybe they just want to become better. Maybe they already have personal trainers, but the personal trainers suck and they're not that great, and they want to transition and they want to try our stuff out. So we tested all these different creatives, I think 20, 30, and then we stumbled across the one that hit the most. And then once you find the angle that hits the most, literally all you have to do is just double or literally quadruple down, bro. You need to stomp in that shit, bro. So what this means is you find a specific marketing angle plus a specific mechanism, and then once you have this, money just literally flows in. So let me give you an example. So the specific marketing angle that we went for is people who are busy office workers that work long hours and they spend a ton of time in the office hunchback like this, like I'm fucking doing to record this video for you guys, like hunchback, literally staring at the screen, typing away, and they're just like, everything hurts when they come back home. So we literally made an ad where it calls exactly the type of actions that they would do. So if you sit like this while you walk, and we can, like, you know, while you're working, and then we had like a video of someone like sitting down and you have pain here, 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 keep watching, because I know for a fact you're a woman that working a job that keeps you glued to your desk every single day. What type? Who else is this going to target? This is the exact ICP. But what people will do is they'll find 3 or 4 different people that do similar things to them, and they'll just be like, "Hey, this shit is working. They're running ads to it, so I'm gonna fucking run this as well." But you never know if that's the fucking test for them or if they're just trying out the angle. You don't know. So when we figured this out, because I literally asked them, I was like, "Hey, the people who are literally giving you money on your sales calls, what types of jobs do they work?" And he told me they do this stuff. So I was like, "Great, let's make an ad for that." And we literally made an ad just for those types of people. So specific marketing angle for women that work office jobs that get back pain, and then we pretty much created like an entire, like, you know, ad for it. So obviously this is the ad over here. I'm not gonna read it out for you guys because I'm just lazy, but as you guys can see over here, it's very straightforward. It's like, you know, if you're a woman, blah 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 blah, and you know, without sacrificing word foods you want, just email with blah blah blah, and I'll get back to you. And then what you can then do once you have found the winning angle to have unlimited ad creatives, I'm not even joking, unlimited ad creatives, all you have to do is just use AI to recreate multiple different ideas and angles that you can literally hit. So all I did is I basically wrote this top prompt. I was like, hey, I've wrote an ads for this ICP, and these are people who are obviously we are trying to target. These are the creatives that we wrote before. Create 8 different advertisements with different hooks that are gonna attract the ideal ICP and who have income to spare to lose weight. And then I just got 8 different ad creatives. So obviously I'm not gonna use all 8 of them. Some of them are kind of weird, but you can literally get like an infinite bank of creatives, and then you can just keep making different ideas based on which one is working. So this is exactly how we were able to get to the point where we had 3 to 5 creatives to test consistently, a feedback loop that tells us which creatives work the best, because we'll test them first, then create the ads based on the ones that work the best. So we'll have a bunch of different ones, and I'll tell him, hey, make the ads, and then depending on which one gives us the most amount of money in the last like 2-3 weeks of testing it, we'll just be like, hey, this one works the most, let's just double down and create more different angles. And then it gives us a very consistent CPL, because we're testing new different angles, we're testing new variations, so we'll know which variations are getting us like a $20 or $50 CPL versus cost per lead, which is, you know, the amount it costs to get your lead, versus what's giving us like a $5 to $10 CPL. So that's what I like to do. And let's say, for example, you're in a situation where you're like, oh, my cost per lead is super high, it's really inconsistent, blah 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 blah. What I like to do is I created an entire SOP and an entire like troubleshooting technique that I use anytime I have high cost bleeds or anytime my cost bleeds are super inconsistent. So this is stuff that I actually give to people that are within my program itself, where I pretty much teach exactly how you can troubleshoot lead ads. So what I did is I pretty much like broke it down, like each variable of like what it would look like, and then like kind of like look into the specifics. So for example, anytime we had high lead costs, I'll ask myself, okay, cool. Is it let me show you an example. Like when I go into here, this is my program. Obviously, I teach this stuff and I help people scale to like 100K a month, 200K a month, like, you know, running ads. You don't have to buy it, to be honest. You don't really need to, but if you're interested in this, there's gonna be a link down below. But pretty much I break down exactly how you can make decisions with your ads, because everything should be logical and objective. And I always tell people like, hey, within the first 7 to 12 days, you need to assess it. You can't do it within the first 2-3 days. It just doesn't make any sense. And then I broke down each steps. So for example, the things that would make our cost per lead go high is, let's say a bunch of advertisers would come in on one day and the cost per lead would just jump up, and then we'll be shaking. We'll be like, oh my God, we're going to fucking lose all that money. But then like a day later, it just becomes normal. So I don't really count that. But let's say, so I like to average it out. But let's say, for example, angle that we're testing is specifically getting us like a extremely high cost per lead. I just like to look, okay, cool. Maybe is it the hook rate? Are people even watching the video? Is the creative itself actually bad, or are we advertising to something that's just extremely expensive to target? Like for example, if you are trying to target people who live in fucking, I don't know, Silicon Valley that have 100K on 100K, like, you know, to just spare, it's probably going to be significantly expensive to target those people compared to if you were going to target people who lived in fucking the slums in the Netherlands. Okay, so it's like, it's, you have to kind of like also understand the context as well too of what you're targeting. So depending on who you're trying to target, it might be expensive, but you can deviate there by having a really good creative. So I always like to look at the creative level as well too. So that's that side of things. There's a lot of stuff that kind of goes into it. There's not like one specific answer if your cost per lead is going high or low. So I just like to have an idea. So that's why it's really good to have the knowledge to understand, okay, cool, what is really high and what's really going on behind the scenes. And that's why I try to teach obviously in the program. But that's that side of things. So when it comes to the actual ad strategy itself, like we tested out a bunch of different stuff. As you can see, like we spent quite a decent amount of money, and we were getting like a decently all right cost per lead of like 12 to 10-ish bucks, somewhere around there. It's a little bit high for some people if you're not used to it, but because of the specific type of person we were targeting, every single person that was coming through the funnel was actually pretty good. So some people could have like, they were like, oh, my cost per lead is like $3, but let's say out of, let's say 3 leads, only one of them is actually qualified, then your actual cost per qualified lead is like $9. You get what I mean? So it's like, you want to basically make sure that you are also getting the right people coming through the door. So I set up my ads extremely simple. I just like to go broad because broad always finds the right types of people eventually. So like I'll do broad, and then if you have a really good creative, it just finds them. Then after that, I do an age group of like the age that we'll look for. So obviously we're going after women. And the types of women that were buying his stuff were people that are a little bit older. Maybe they have kids, maybe they're married, maybe they, you know, work decent jobs, they're independent, all that type of stuff. And we just set the location to be like US, Canada. That's pretty much it. And then the actual conversion process itself was very simple. Within 5 minutes or within the first hours, we would have to send them a message and try to book them in on a call. If you don't, guys don't have like an actual good system to obviously set calls, it's like all of this stuff is just useless, to be honest. If you don't have a no point setter, if you don't have someone that's just going to be in the DMs making sure that people are doing the things they need to do, it's not going to work. This is the template that I use myself. So I pretty much have like an initial message that kind of comes in that kind of like questions them, are you XYZ? So I don't like to be like, are you ready to get started to lose weight or something like that? Like nothing like that. Like there's a very specific opener that I use that just makes people want to reply to it. And then based on that, you pretty much have like a simple conversation. My 5-step process is literally just qualifying them, making sure they're the right type of person, and you should be able to qualify with just maximum 2 questions, max. Maybe 1 question should just give you everything you need. And then after that, you try to identify the gap, like figure out, okay, cool, does this person actually need it? And then propose the call itself, and try to propose the call in the most frictionless way possible, especially when you're doing it with ad leads. So a key difference that we were doing is, instead of getting people to obviously like booking calls from the calendar, you can just get people to give you their phone numbers, and then you just call them up and just build a relationship from that. That's also another way that works extremely well, simply because people would just be like, yeah, sure, like it's a very easy thing to type to give you the phone number. They call you up, and then like it's very low friction. They don't have to like go on a link, blah blah blah, booking a call. You call them up, have a conversation, yo, so you're up to date, blah blah, when we blah 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 blah, and then you build up the warmth, and then you set them on the actual sales call itself. That has worked way better than just sending people the links, because everyone's just like, I have to click on the link, put my information, put the questions on the Calendly. Yes, I'm ready to invest $10,000 if this is gonna help my goals. Like bullshit like that. No one really wants to do that shit, unless like, you know, they're coming from organic or whatever, because the ad leads are just so lazy. They get spammed every single day, and if they spent the time to click on your ad, you have to pretty much make their life a lot frictionless. So our sending process honestly is done within like 3 or 4 questions max itself. And then once those questions are answered, very low friction, get their phone, and then pretty much just call them up, set them on an appointment, and you take it from there. So that's exactly that. That's the entire process itself. It's very simple. Obviously, I simplified it to the T to make it a lot easier for you guys. So guys, if you want my help on how you can use ads to scale any sort of coaching business past 100 to 200K a month, then the first link down below is going to be for you. It's going to break down exactly how I help people scale, and all the other people I've helped scale as well too with paid ads. Like the way I teach it is I teach on a very custom approach. I come in and I pretty much build out the entire infrastructure for you to obviously like run the ads itself. And then once you're running the ads and obviously you're starting to become profitable, then it just becomes a reporting game, to be honest. And then from there, you pretty much have access to me and a bunch of different videos and explanations explaining exactly how I've been able to scale cold traffic ads past consistent ROASs. I've been able to get ridiculous stuff like almost like 64x ROASs, 20x ROASs, 7x ROASs, all that type of stuff. So if you're really trying to become profitable and consistent, because if you rely on organic in today's days and age, like I'm sorry, your coaching business is not going to go very far because it's just going to cap out at a certain point. So down below, join all the killers that are running paid ads and obviously scale your offers from there. So links down below. Hope you enjoy this, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace. I only wore this because it's so sunny outside. Like, bro, my eyes get blinded, bro. So I can't even see shit. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Peace.